You know what? Let's just get cracking with another question right here as I'm sitting right here, because I have so many questions. If I do them one day after another, it could be a year before we finish this series, and I want to get over with them as soon as possible. I have another question that I'm gonna crack on with right now, and I hope this will be a very short clip. What I want to encourage you though is, please, if you haven't seen episode 1 or clip 1, start with clip 1, because I'm numbering them: clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, or up to whatever clips we are going to get through. So please go in series, because you want to understand this subject from when I started, rather than just catching it from any part or from nowhere. Okay, the question is, did you know you were in perimenopause? No, I didn't know that. Like I said in the previous video, I knew about the word menopause, but what really it meant and to who it applied, I didn't know. I didn't even know that there are 3 stages, which is what I know now, and I'm glad I know that. I didn't know I was in perimenopause. Here is what happened, my story, because the other person here says, tell us your story, what happened? My story, very funny. I am still having my periods. I'm 49, I'm turning 50. As I'm making this video, I'm turning 50 in November. So I'm still having my periods. But I believe I started my perimenopause maybe 5 years ago, but I didn't know it. It only occurred that I started to relate to things when I had a conversation with my GP at one point. It was a very unrelated issue that I went to see my GP for. And this time I was lucky that I saw a woman GP. So if you don't know, I have a knee injury and it's so pending and waiting for maybe surgery. We don't know, still under investigation, very painful. I can't walk sometimes. It's a long story and it really needs a video of its own on its own. I went to see my GP, and after a few minutes, she was just trying to explain things to me and I couldn't understand. I started sweating. I was in a panic mode and I was crying. I was just, I don't know. And this lady says, Doc, what is happening? How does this happen often? I said, yeah, many times now. I just sometimes can't help it, but I just cry. I feel like I'm crying. I feel very irritable, but I'm thinking it's because of this knee, the problem I have, and it's taking long to get help. And that's it. I think that's it. And she says, I've been monitoring your blood pressure as well. It's a bit on the high. Yes, it could be the problem of the knee, but what I'm seeing right now and experiencing with you right now could be something else. I said, what? Something else? What? Like what? She says, you are 49, Doc Fifi. Are you still having your periods? I said, yes, of course, I'm still having. I'm getting even irritated with her. Yes, I'm still having my periods. She said, yeah, you could be, but you are in perimenopause phase. I said, what is that? And she explained to me. She says, before you stop your periods, your hormones, your feel-good hormones, your mood hormones will start to drop down. And when they start to drop down, sometimes some women will feel exactly like you're explaining to me. Irritability. She just started to make sense to me. I said, oh, wait a minute, there's something that you are saying that I've actually experienced. She says, what is it? I said, night sweats. They didn't start today. They didn't start even when I got injured. They started earlier than the injury. Night sweats, I sometimes wake up and can't go back to sleep. I thought it was just stress because I'm working and I'm researching and doing all sorts. She said, no. Tell me more. What other symptoms have you been experiencing? I said, dryness, dryness of mouth. Sometimes I just feel like I want to cry for no reason. Sometimes I'm just so happy, and sometimes, boom, I'm so irritable. And, this video, I'm not talking about symptoms, because we are going to talk about symptoms that I experienced, and to bring again the symptoms that other women are saying they are experiencing or they experienced. So for now, let me just tell my story, how I became to know that I'm in perimenopause, and then be interested in the subject of menopause, and that now I'm knowing that there are 3 stages or 3 phases of menopause. I only got to know about it by happenstance after visiting my GP, and something horrible happened that shocked the GP as well, because I reacted in a way that they've never seen. I was just a ball of emotions. And I was shocked myself after the phase. I was shocked myself. How did I handle myself? I was blaming myself. I said, how come? How could you, if you are very professional, you are strong. You are a strong woman. You've been strong. Now you look at, you break down in front of other people. What's wrong with you? I was really upset with myself as well. And it was because I was lacking knowledge. And this could happen to anybody. You would blame yourself. You would, even some women can be, self-harming. You could break relationships. You could lose your career. You could lose your people who are around you, your close friends, your close family. You could lose those relationships that are very valuable to you because you don't know what's happening. And you could be blaming yourself, whilst you are not supposed to blame yourself. Hence I said awareness is key. I'm here because of awareness. If it wasn't awareness, right now I could be on depression tablets, thinking I'm depressed, thinking I'm going mental. At work, it's not talked about. I'm even initiating right now lunchtime breaks, discussions and conversations about women's well-being, which includes topics of menopause, because it is very, very important. You are not understood, and when you are not understood because of the changes you are going through, you get so annoyed. You get to forget things that you are supposed to do. You get to be irritable. People can't stand you. You can't stand people because you are lacking knowledge. So awareness and information sharing is very, very important. Hence, I am here. So that's my story. I didn't know about it. I only discovered by happenstance, and I'm grateful I did. And now I am accumulating knowledge and trying to share with people around me. And now I'm doing YouTube videos and conversations on my Facebook page called Conversations with Dr. Fifi, to educate, to disseminate information so that we are not caught unaware, especially people of my color, especially people of my background, cultural background, because I remember I said this was not even mentioned by my own sister, by my own mother. It was not, because kind of taboo, kind of shameful. What we know, or what I know about menopause, was when I stopped my period. That's called menopause. That you lose hormones that are essential for your well-being, even mental well-being, sexual well-being, physical well-being. I didn't know about that. We shall be talking in the next video that they could be involuntary menopause even before the age of perimenopause, due to circumstances that requires people to have a surgery, to have their wombs removed and everything. So we shall be talking about that again. There is natural perimenopause, and there is, circumstantial perimenopause due to some situations and health situations that people go through in their life. So we shall be talking about that in another video. For now, ciao ciao.